Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into a fascinating and somewhat controversial topic. Are we humans evolving backwards? This question has sparked a lot of debates and discussions among scientists, philosophers, and enthusiasts alike. So let's explore this intriguing idea in detail. Evolution is often thought of as a forward-moving process, with species constantly adapting and improving over time. But what if we're actually going backwards? What does it mean to evolve backwards? And is it even possible? We'll look at various aspects of human evolution, the concept of devolution, and some thought-provoking examples that challenge our understanding of progress. Section 1. Understanding evolution. First, let's clarify what we mean by evolution. Evolution is the process by which different kinds of living organisms develop and diversify from earlier forms during the history of the Earth. It's driven by natural selection, where advantageous traits become more common in the population over generations. However, evolution isn't about progress or a predetermined direction. It's about adaptation. Sometimes these adaptations may appear to make a species less complex or to lose certain traits which can be misconstrued as evolving backwards. Section 2. The concept of devolution. Now let's talk about devolution. Devolution isn't a scientific term, but more of a popular concept. It implies that a species can regress to a more primitive form. In reality, evolution doesn't have a direction. It's not about progress or regression, but adaptation. However, certain changes in society and technology might give the impression that we're moving backwards in some aspects. Section 3. Historical context. To understand the notion of evolving backwards, let's look at a few historical events and trends. The Agricultural Revolution. The Agricultural Revolution, which began around 10,000 BC, marked a significant shift from hunter-gatherer societies to settled agricultural communities. While this change brought about advancements in food production and civilization, it also introduced new challenges. Archaeological evidence shows that early agriculturalists suffered from poorer health compared to their hunter-gatherer predecessors. They experienced higher rates of malnutrition, infectious diseases, and dental problems due to a more restricted diet and sedentary lifestyle. This could be seen as a step backward in terms of physical health. The Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution of the 18th and 19th centuries brought about unprecedented technological advancements and economic growth. However, it also led to crowded cities, poor working conditions, and pollution. The rapid urbanization and industrialization posed significant health risks and social issues, which some might argue were a regression in the quality of life for many people. Section 4. Modern examples of perceived evolution. Example 1. Physical health. One of the areas where people often feel we're evolving backwards is physical health. Modern lifestyles characterized by poor diet, lack of exercise, and excessive screen time have led to an increase in obesity, diabetes, and other health issues. Compared to our hunter-gatherer ancestors, who were typically more fit and active, it might seem like we're devolving. However, it's important to remember that these changes are environmental and behavioral rather than genetic. Our genes haven't changed much in the last few thousand years, but our lifestyles have. Example 2. Cognitive abilities. Another concern is cognitive abilities. With the advent of technology, there's a fear that we're becoming less intelligent or less capable of critical thinking. People worry that reliance on devices for information and calculations is diminishing our mental capacities. Historically, the invention of the printing press in the 15th century raised similar concerns. Critics argued that books would lead to intellectual laziness, as people no longer needed to memorize information. Yet the printing press ultimately expanded knowledge and literacy. Similarly, modern technology changes how we think and process information, but it also expands our capabilities in other ways. Example 3. Social skills. Social skills are also a point of contention. Some argue that social media and digital communication are eroding our ability to interact face-to-face. This can lead to a sense of social isolation and a decline in interpersonal skills. Yet, social structures and interactions have always evolved. The way we communicate today is different from a century ago, but that doesn't mean it's worse. It's just different, and society continues to adapt. Evolution in a modern context. In a modern context, evolution continues, but in ways we might not always recognize. Advances in medicine and technology are allowing us to overcome challenges that once seemed insurmountable. We're also seeing changes in human genetics due to factors like globalization and changing environments. For instance, certain genetic traits are becoming more common in response to modern diets and urban living conditions. Our bodies are still adapting to the world around us, albeit in ways that might not be immediately obvious. The future of human evolution. Looking to the future, human evolution is likely to be influenced by our technology and choices. Genetic engineering, for example, could allow us to take control of our evolution, choosing traits we want to enhance or diminish. This opens up a whole new realm of possibilities and ethical considerations. We might also evolve in response to challenges like climate change, with traits that help us survive in new environments becoming more prevalent. The future of human evolution is unpredictable but endlessly fascinating. Ethical and philosophical considerations. The idea of controlling our evolution brings up many ethical and philosophical questions. For instance, if we can choose our traits, who decides what is desirable? How do we ensure equity and prevent new forms of discrimination? These questions remind us that evolution is not just a biological process, but also a social and ethical one. This brings us to some key questions. Are we truly evolving backwards, or are we just evolving in different ways? How do modern lifestyles and technology impact our evolutionary path? What do you think the future holds for human evolution? Should we take control of our evolution through genetic engineering? And what ethical considerations should guide us? We want to hear your thoughts. Do you believe we're evolving backwards? How do you see human evolution progressing in the future? Let's discuss it in the comments below. And that's a wrap for today's video. The idea of humans evolving backwards is a provocative and complex topic that challenges our understanding of progress and adaptation. It's crucial to consider the broader context of evolution and how our environment shapes us. Thank you everyone for watching, and we would appreciate it if you hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Much love to you all and have a nice day. See you next time.